be stripped, says Eden. The latest episode in the couple's shameful sojourn overseas has seen them fail to say a word since their most outspoken cheerleader, Omid Scobie, dragged the name King Charles and Princess of Wales through the mud. And then it says they were identified as so-called, theist words, royals, who, according to Prince Harry and Meghan, discussed, what they discussed, as they clearly intended when they gave their explosive interview to Oprah. Harry and Meghan are doing huge damage to the monarchy. With lurid claims of the Eastwards now given a new lease on life, they're likely to continue wreaking more havoc if firm action is not taken now. And then this is the last part. It says, Eden says the government should back the parliamentary efforts of the Tory MP, Bob Seeley, who, as revealed in the Mail on Sunday, is attempting to strip them of the Duke and Duchess titles. The titles were a wedding present from Queen Elizabeth when she thought they would be working members of the firm, continues Eden. Her Majesty would have never dreamed of giving them such titles now that they're using them for commercial benefit in the USA. So that's why I wanted to read that. I wanted to get our thoughts out and discuss this. I'm going to go back to pictures of beautiful Catherine so I keep my calm. But I want to hear your thoughts. My personal opinion, because believe it or not, I actually catch hell sometimes when I say this, that I think they should be stripped, because people are like, no, the royal family would be stooping to their level. They don't need this. They just need to, again, what's that word? I always forget. Grey rock? Yeah, I think so. Grey rock. They need to just keep calm, carry on, never complain, never explain. All those platitudes. They need to do that. But I really think at this point, Harry and Meghan, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but they're dangerous with these things. They are. They have too much, not that they have power, but they have too much almost power, right? They're too power adjacent, I think is the word. And so I believe they should be stripped of it. And I think it's not fair the way that and it's more than that, but it's in a simple terms, it's not fair how they're treating the king, the Princess of Wales, William, Camilla, you name it, everybody. They're treating everybody so poorly. All right, I would like to read some of your comments now and see what you guys think. All right, so it seems like the overwhelming opinion is that they should be stripped. Oh, Jay has an opinion he'd like to share. Go ahead.
Well, just a common sense opinion. Let's take all of the titles and government and everything out of the equation. If you had a Care Bear that was full of apathy, would you still want to call it a Care Bear? If you have a golden retriever that just takes things away and is also not golden, like, would you call it
like a jerk?
Yeah, it's actually a Chihuahua. Yeah. Don't call it a golden retriever. Yeah. So that's my irrefutable logic.
All right, let me read some of your comments now. Thank you for those examples.
Those to Parliament, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay,
Righto.
Righto, didn't see it that way."
Oh my goodness! All right, let's see here. Hey, Daughter of Darkness, thanks for being here. It says Meghan would just legally change her name to Duchess of Sussex or Princess Meghan to get around being stripped. I think so too, but I just think that would be funny to watch if she's gonna go by the title either way. The idea that she would sink that low would kind of be fun to watch, I think. So I'm here for that. I'm here for taking away is what I'm trying to say. Merti, I hope I'm saying that right, says they only damage their own reputations, in my opinion. I think so too. It's not that I'm concerned for the royal family's reputation. It's more of, I just think it's so wrong. And the idea of his privileged ass being able to fly over and meet in private with court, I don't even want to pretend like I know how your court system works over there. But to be able to meet with them to try to beg for private security or whatever, paid for, funded security, not private. So he, again, in a nutshell, he's asking for public funding, but asking that he can argue for this in private. It's things like that. He uses his title and his status or whatever to gain advantages like that, and I think it's so wrong. So that's one of my million problems I have with their titles.